Did the Abrahamic Covenant includes Ishmael? How you understand this covenant determines your place in the kingdom. First, what is a covenant? A covenant is a two-way promise. You keep your part, God keeps his part, and heavenly forces move to establish it. There is no such thing as unconditional covenant. Now let's examine the exact words God spoke to Abraham. In Genesis 17 verse 6 and 7, God said, "I will make you exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of you, and kings shall come from you. And I will establish my covenant between me and you and your descendants after you in their generations, for an everlasting covenant." If you notice, the covenant reveals two dimensions. The first dimension is the covenant of kings that includes fruitfulness, meaning explosive multiplication, nations emerging, and kings rising from Abraham's lineage. The second dimension is the covenant of priesthood, an everlasting covenant, establishing God's kingdom through deeper understanding and revelation of prophecies. Now continue reading the same chapter. In Genesis 17 verse 20, God speaks about Ishmael. "As for Ishmael, I have heard you. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. He shall give birth to 12 princes, and I will make him a great nation." Notice the language. I will make him fruitful. I will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes, a great nation. These are the very expressions used earlier in the covenant promise. If you read with honesty, the parallel is evident. So what do we see? The very first part of the covenant refers to Ishmael. It speaks of the responsibility of kings, an expansion of nations by strength. The other aspect carries the priestly function of establishing the everlasting covenant. Before the rise of Islam, Mecca stood out as the only prosperous place in Arabia, with only a few fertile pockets scattered across the region. When Islam began to spread, it transformed the entire economic framework of the region. The new spiritual alignment to the covenant brought unity among the divided tribes and gave them stability and growth. This is how one man Ishmael became 22 nations. From Genesis to Revelation, Scripture reveals a dual expression of God, the Most High, Almighty Creator, and the Merciful Father. Kings implement the law of the Most High. Priests seek the fullness of his revelation. The tribe of Judah is chosen for this priestly work. The Lion of Judah is in reality the Lamb with 7 eyes, the one worthy to open the scroll in Revelation. The responsibility of opening the scroll belongs to the Lion of Judah. Living with the assumption that Ishmael is rejected will align you with the Antichrist. As we approach the day of the Lord, the deadly trap for the followers of Christ is hostility toward the sons of Ishmael. Islam declares worship of the Most High. Followers of Christ serve the Father. Understanding how these realities intersect prophetically is the key to the kingdom. If you don't get this, you will, by default, be led by the Antichrist. The question is not about whether we choose to see the truth or not. It is about discerning what God has spoken and aligning with his unfolding plan. We are very close to the day of the Lord, where everything shifts. If you are aligned with the truth, you are blessed and empowered on this day. Those who are not aligned with the truth, this day is the day of the beginning of sorrows. Subscribe for deeper prophetic insight into end-time biblical prophecy and prepare for the great day of the Lord. Thanks for watching.